from Chameleon. One of the things I'm going to show you today is how to target your tours specifically to a group of users. Now, this is really relevant because if you can make the tours very specific to a group or a user, then it's likely that it's going to be contextual and it'll be relevant for them, and they're more likely to engage, and you're more likely to succeed with your objectives of getting them to take action or keeping them engaged. So targeting tours is a powerful thing that you can do with Chameleon, and let's just see how you do that. So within a tour, I'm in the tour view. So I click, there's a 3 sections, the steps, and then I have the audience section. Within here is how I set the segment or the target audience. I can go to everybody. It can be just for me, but I'm going to add a specific segment. So I'm going to add new segment here. Then I will add a criteria or a filter within that segment, and I can add multiple filters, but this is the first filter, so I'm just going to add it here, add that name. And then in the filter type, I have various options on how to define this filter. So one of these is user property, one of these is product event, and one is tour activity, and I'm going to go through all 3. A user property is something you know about the user, the state of the user. So it could be something default that we collect, like browser, or what language that they're using it in, or it can be something specific that you're collecting that you know about the user that you're sending us. What's their favorite color, or when were they when they start joining your platform, or how many times have they logged in. So you can do all of these different things. And for example, if you wanted to have it that you're sending this tour to new users only, you can be like, okay, well, created was after a specific date. So it could be that this will only go to new users, and that can be, I can update the name of the filter, so created in 2017, and then that can be done. And that's my first filter or first criteria within the segment. I can add additional filters. So I can, for example, use a product event. Now, this can be data that you're sending us. So any events that you've done, or it can be something that you create within Chameleon, and I'll show you that. But essentially, you could have it be something that they've done inside of the product, and it can be whether it has happened or hasn't happened, or how many times it happened, etc. Now, if you aren't already sending us data, then you can define a new event right here. So it could be loaded homepage. And you can decide, okay, well, this is a page load, and set the URL and be like, okay, well, this is, what they've loaded, or, they make sure that they've loaded this page. And then you can use that to decide, well, we'll show this tour to only people who have not loaded the homepage. So I'm going to say that here. And that's the second filter we've created. We can also add another type of filter, and this is going to be tour activity. So if you want to show tours based on whether your users have seen other tours, let's say we can grab another tour name, my tour, and see if only show this tour to those who have completed that tour. You have other options here. So it can be, for example, was not started. So only show this to others. So, I'm going to say not started my tour. And that way, we've basically been able to create a segment. And that segment consists currently of these 3 different types of filters, but you can have any combination of these. You could have a single one, but that allows you to then target users effectively.